Hi guys, let us talk about Pandas loc and iloc. Loc refers to the IDs which are label based and iloc works with position based IDs. So let us see how it works. We are importing these libraries. There is one library by the name cborn and it has got lot of data sets. We are going to work on tips. This is one of the data sets. So tips, this data set looks like this. What we will do is it has got column names. So we will drop column names and we will name it as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what we are doing? So let me write this here. Basically, we will take length of df columns. Length is 7, right? So let us make this range and then say for I in range and I. So when we do this, this is list comprehension, we will get number 0 to 6, right? Now then what we will do, let us put this in a variable. Maybe we can call it col and here we will say df columns is equal to col, correct? And we will see how df looks. So we have removed these column names and we have given this number 0 to 6. Okay, so this has been done. Let me remove this. This was already written, so let me remove this. Okay, now these are row IDs, these are column IDs. Fine. So we will now extract records from this data set by specifying specific record IDs. So how we can do it? When we say df log3, we mean to say that this record, this should come, right? This stuff, this entire line should come. Now it has come. But this particular output is series. What is series? One dimensional data. So let us find out the type. Let we can say type and see what is the output. This is actually series. It is basically a single dimensional data. Now, since it is single dimensional, it is showing us like this. If we have to see like a data from only one record, if I am specifying 3, I want output like this, then what we can do is there is a workaround. Put this 3 within a pair of brackets. So what will happen? The output will come like this. And this looks much better. This is more readable as compared to this. Okay, fine. Now we use loc and we wrote 3. iloc, well, iloc also we can write 3. We'll get same record. Now what is happening is we are pinpointing 3. So whether it is loc or iloc, it is going to get us the same record 3. Fine. So loc and iloc we have seen with single record. Let us see with double record. Now this time I'm using loc and I'm saying 3, 4. So we say that go and look at the label 3 and 4. Where are those labels 3 and 4? 3 and 4. These are the labels. So it goes and gets us 3 and 4 records. Now in iloc what we are saying? We are saying go to the position 3 and 4, get the record. Now what is this position? First will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. So this is called position values, right? We have written here position based values. So it goes to 3 and 4 and even iloc gets us the same thing. So far as specifying IDs is concerned, lock and iloc will behave similarly. There will not be any difference. Now, difference comes when we talk about slicing. So let us talk about slicing. What is slicing? In slicing, we write something like this. Suppose we have this data like this. Uh, Let me remove this. So slicing works like this. Let me explain first. Slicing, we say lock dot lock 1 colon 4. What exactly we are saying? Start from label 1 and go till label 4. So this is the data, correct? It has already been written. Just see, go to label 1 and till label 4 get the record. Lock will always work with label data. So what is label data over here? Just see here. Again, we will see. Let us have a look of the database. So this is what? 1 to 4 lock. Very nice. Same thing with iloc. How it is going to work? We will say that go to position 1 and get me data till position 4. If we want to get from 1 to 4, we will have to write 4 plus 1. So either we write plus 1 or we write 5 to get same number of records. If we simply leave at 4, then it will be 1 less. So what happens is the 2 from and to, this 2 number is exclusive. So hence 4 will not be considered, only 3 will be considered. So either I should make it plus 1 or I should make it 5. Only then will it go to record 4 as well. Otherwise it won't. So let me make it 4 plus 1. Fine. So that was about position based approach, and this is label based approach. So only in slicing they will work differently, because here in location lock it is label based, it is saying 1 to 4, it is giving you 1 to 4. But iloc is position based, it will not go till 4, it will go till n plus 1. That should be kept in mind when we are using slicing, correct? Now see here what we are doing. We are using lock and we are saying give us row which are labeled 1 to 4 exactly like this, but we are also giving step here. Now the third value is what? Pertaining to step. So what will happen? 1 to 4, see 1 2 3 4. So as a 1, then it will jump to 3, it will give 3, then it will jump, it will go to 5, but you are telling your upper limit is only 4, so it is going to give you 2 records, 1 and 3. Now iloc, iloc is also giving us same. Now just now we said it should be n minus 1. Yes, it is very much n minus 1. Let us see. 1 2 3 4. First it is getting us first record, right? Second it is jumping, then it is getting us third record, and then it is jumping and going to 5. Anyway we have given 4, that means it will go till 3. So anyway it has got 1 and 3. So that is why output, both the outputs are same. So when I say 4 here, it will go till 3. From 1 to 3, where it is jumping, that is jump 2, right? It will go to 1 and then straight away go to 3. We are getting 1 and 3. After that, we are not getting anything, right? So if we want to see the difference between these two output, then what we should do is let us write here 2. Now see what will happen. Now we will get 2 and 4 because it will go till 4. So 2 and 4. See, we'll get 2 and 4. But here, if I write 2 and 4, then what will happen? Just see. Now the difference comes to the 4. 2 Good. Then it jumps and tries to go to what? Step is 2, right? 2 plus 2 is 4. But it will go till 3 only. So 4, there is no question of third being shown because step is 2. After 2, it goes to 4. But it will not go to 4 because we have written 4 here. So it will go only till 3. 4 will be excluded. Now what is the output? Only one record. Correct? So that is the difference between lock and iloc. So we can always use step. So if we want to see, we'll say you show second record onwards, we have not given any upper limit. And then I say jump 3. It will show several records because we have, I think 244 records are there, or 244, 245, I'm not sure. So this is how it is working. And here also I can not, I may omit to say two number. So 2 till end and jump 3. So what will happen? It will give you records like this, right? How many records are there? Okay, it has 244 and here it is jumping 3. So I don't know what will be the last record. Okay, 242 here. Great. Now next, see what is happening over here. We are saying df log within bracket 0 comma 2. This is with respect to rows. And now we are talking about column also, saying 3 and 4. And look at this output. I'm looking at only 3 record. That is good enough to refer to. Now when I enter, what will happen? Labeled record 0 and 2. 0 and 2. It has come. And column, labeled column 3 and 4. 3 and 4 column has come. See, when we talk about specific IDs, lock and iloc are not going to be different. Why? Simply because my lock is looking at this as labeled ID and my iloc will be looking at this as position ID. So only when we will use slice, there will be difference. For position, there will not be difference. So we are going to get same. So iloc, what is saying? Go to position 2, give the record. Go to position 2, just park, and then 3 and 4. Go to column 3 and column 4. So same output when we are talking about specific IDs, right? Good. Now df log 2 colon 10, I'm saying. This is log, mind you. So this is labeled. It will be 2 to 10 labeled. And here we are saying all columns. See, we are not giving from, we are not giving to. So all the columns. So what is the syntax of slicing? When we are using row and column both, within bracket, there will be two colon, one colon, another colon, and at the middle there will be a comma. So this is from row and this is to row. And here from column and to column. That is the syntax, right? So when we are silent on from column to column, that means get all the columns. When we are silent on from row and to row, that means get all the rows. I can be silent on both, like I will not write anything. What does this mean? This means get me everything, all the rows, all the column. That is what it has done. Correct? Good. Now come to iloc. See here what suppose since I wrote here 10, right? Let me write back 2 and 10 and see the output here. So if we have to get similar output, we should write 10 plus 1. Then only we will get same set of records. If I write only 10 with iloc, the upper limit is not included. That is minus 1, right? That is excluded. So we will get only record this, see. only is 9. Here it is 10. What we are doing? Here we wrote 10. Lock is working on labeled ID. And here iloc is working on position. So actually 10 means it will go till ninth position. See? So we have to write like this. We'll get all. Good. In both the cases, we are saying give us all the columns. See colon. And even if we don't write, I mean, if we don't write like this, what will happen? Don't write. The same output we are giving. But for clarity's sake, it's better practice to write like this. That means you are saying specifically from beginning to end column, right? Good. Now come to this stuff. Here, what we are saying, all rows, specific column. I am using lock. Then what it will do? It will get me all rows and column is what? Labeled. So 2 to 3. It is showing me two columns. Correct? Now if I write 2 to 4, what it will do? It will show me 2, 3, 4. Lock is working with labeled column. Correct? Now, if I use 2 to 4 here, in iloc, what will happen? It is position. In position reference, what happens? It will be n minus 1. So we will get only two columns. If we have to get this 4 here also, then either write plus 1, you get it, or you write 5. I prefer writing plus 1. Okay. Simply write plus 1. That plus 1 I'm only writing to make sure that my upper limit 4 remains intact. That is balanced by plus 1. Good. Let us have label based rows and columns. Now what happens is this database when we when we consider this data set, I'm sorry, when we consider this data set, we removed this column names, right? And we made default column names. Now we have to be little careful here. When we remove these columns, we got just 0 to 6. Where it has come from, we need not even specify. Even if we remove our columns, this will come automatically. I repeat, when I remove columns, automatically it will come. Anyway, we have defined here as 0 to 6. It always, by default, it will always start from 0 to 6 it will give. Now, what we will do, we have already seen how it works, right? Lock and iloc work with this sort of number. Now we will have column names intact. Okay, and this also we will give our own number. We will not take default number, our own number, and then see how it works. So let us go down. Where is that? So what we are doing over here is bringing that database again and seeing that this is how it has come. Now let us write here also. We will not take default labels. We will have our own labels. So see what I am doing here. I am saying for I in range 1, length plus 1. So it will go till 244. So I'm making it, this is length is what? 244. I'm making it 45. That means it will go till 244. This is list comprehension. I am converting with str and merging with this row. So I will get row 1, row 2, row 3 like that, right? Why I am making is 45? Because it will go to 244. I'm starting from 1. I'm not starting from 0. So just see how it looks when I run this. See, I have defined row 1, row 2, row 3. Last record will be my 244, not 243 because starting from 1. So now what we have done is we have given column names and we have given row names. These are labeled now. Unlike earlier case, we had labeled but it was starting from 0. And my iloc and lock, when we were talking about specific IDs, they were working similarly. But now it won't work. We have to be very careful as to whether we are using lock or iloc. So if that is the way it is, then when I say df lock, I have to talk about these labels and these labels. So I'm saying show me row 1 and show me total bill. So what it will do? It will show 1699, only this, right? Row 1, it is ready to give you all the columns, but you are also restricting on one column. So it gets stopped here. So 1699. We have got one cell. So if we want to select any cell, we can write like this. Now just see this command, df lock, row 1 to row 10, tip to time. So what happens? There are many rows. Then let us see here, 10 rows. See, this is how 1 to 10 will come, and we are saying tip to time. It will start from tip and it will go till time. So see what happens here when we give, see, one row 1 to row 10. We have split. This is slicing, mind you. This is slicing. Colon is there, and then comma is there. This is for row and this for column. So tip to time is tip to time. It is just going forward and showing record. Now here again, if we were, let me remove this, this is not needed. So here iloc I am using. Listen, if I have to get same set of records using iloc, I should use position based indexes, right? So for row index, it is 0 to 11, right? The first will be 0, and this 10th, if I have to get, I have to write what? I have to, how many records I'm getting? 1 to 10, right? So if I have to get 1 to 10, what I will write? 0 to 10. So it is starting over 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us write this. So what happens now? I'm getting 1 to 10. Row 1 to 10, if I have to get, I'll write 0 to 10. That means 0 to 9 is equal to row 1 to row 10. Mind you, my label row IDs are starting from 1. My position starts from 0. I'm going till 10. So basically there are 10 records. If I have to get 10 records here as well, I should start from 0 and stop at 9. And if I have to stop at 9, I have to write 10. If I write 9, then look, one record will be less. Okay, because it is always n minus 1. So you can write 10 and minus, you can write 10 minus, or you can straight away write n plus 1, whatever suits, right? And about columns, same logic. Tip to time, go to database. Tip is what? 0, 1, and time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will write 5 plus 1. Okay. So see, that is what I've written, 5 plus 1 I will get. Or if you don't like to write plus 1, then you can make it 6. So it is all about individual preferences. Whichever way you are comfortable with, you can follow, no problem. But the idea is to get same number of rows using iloc or lock, right? So this is all about lock and iloc. Only when we are using slicing, we should be careful. So far as giving specific IDs is concerned, whether it is iloc and lock, they will work identically. In case my IDs, row IDs, columns IDs are identical to default IDs like this. If they are like this, then there is no problem. But if they are like this, then very simple. When I'm writing lock, I have to specify this. Correct? And that is what we have done. To make lock look entirely different from iloc in its behavior, then we have to have this sort of label. This label should not mimic my integer values which are given for position based indexing. So that's all about loc and iloc. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the upcoming video.